Cue the music, because it is time. It is time for the game of the week that I so elegantly drafted. It's time to get into Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Somebody fix that in post. So I would like to say, let me give you a little backstory of it here, and then at least a little information. Then I'll get in my mumbo jumbo. Obviously called Super Mario World. It's got an iconic title. Came out with the SNES on the 21st of November, right in time for Christmas in 1990. Had some 90s babies happy coming into the world. Developed by Nintendo EAD. Sorry, butchered that. Published, of course, by Nintendo. So basically, Nintendo's looking around in the 16-bit market and they're saying, fuck, dude. Sega Genesis and that Hedgehog are just giving us the business right now. What can we do to take back over the gaming industry and bury another company like we did Atari? What can we do? So who did they call when Sonic was born? Nintendo summoned down from the heavens Mario riding a Yoshisaurus Rex, the Yoshi dinosaur. Summoned him alongside the SNES to come take back the market. Greater known in Japan as Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 4, as 3 was the last NES one that somebody else also picked. It was pretty good. Like I said, came out in 99. Basically, came out with the launch. Players just control Mario, like typical, on his quest to save Princess Peach, better known as Princess Toadstool in some iterations, I was told. Just reading what I was told here. And he's saving the dinosaur land, of course, from who else than Bowser and the Koopalings. Gameplay pretty much plays is similar to every other Mario game up to this time, I believe, other than like Kart, maybe, if it came out on the NES first, I believe. But anyway, maybe it didn't. Maybe it was Super NES. I digress. Basically, same old Mario. Looks way prettier, plays a little smoother. Like I said, you're saving a princess, but this time with your big pal, Yoshi, the rideable, lovable dinosaur. He can eat enemies, he can eat abilities, he's got a long tongue, he can jump high, he's one of the coolest things. Aidan loves his little catchphrase. Aidan, hit it for us real quick.
Yoshi.
He's iconic, so more Nintendo. This is considered one of the best games in the series, and some consider it the best video game of all time ever made, or one of.
Ooh.
So, Aidan, I know you've never played this before because you're a young pup. You weren't around in the 90s like me and Lair. How did you feel first impression about this game?
First impression, I might have lied. I definitely have played this before. I don't know if it was on one of the little discs that Larry gave me, but I do remember playing this at some point in my life. I don't know exactly when. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I believe I have played it before. But first impressions, I mean, you can instantly tell the jump in quality from SNES or NES to SNES. The jump in quality is very apparent, especially since not too long ago, like in the past 6 months, we played the other Mario. So seeing that jump from Mario 3 to Super Mario 4 or Super Mario World, it's a humongous jump. The quality automatically there. First, when you load into the level, the music is there. Everything, it's like, it just screams nostalgia, this game, when you start playing it. First impressions, don't want to spoil too much of my opinion on it, but first impressions, jump in quality, sounds awesome, plays awesome. That's my first impressions.
Larry, back him up. I know you feel the same way because you never played it back in the 90s either, of course. Never before this day.
No, far from it. I love the initial, that little ding, and then it starts into and then the screen comes on. Dude, that they thought that through either really long and hard or something, I don't know, but that's S tier just on its own right there. I remember back in 90-something, back in the 90s, at this point, you didn't have internet. You were lucky to have magazines, you had TV. I live in a small town that had, fucking 3 channels and that kind of shit. I don't remember ever any hype for Super Nintendo. I walk into a buddy's house who lived up the road, and he's playing Super Mario World. I'm like, what is this? What is that? What are you? Wow, what's going on? And he explained it's the Super Nintendo, dude, and they got this. I mean, obviously, I was a sheltered child. I guess that's what led to this whole trauma of video games and all this thing. But it was at the time. The Super Mario 3 is really good. It's really beautiful. Sounds great. But yes, like Aidan said, the jump itself, only knowing Super Mario Bros. 3 and then going to this was just insane. The colors popped. The movements were so different. They're the same but different, and you could tell that just playing them. Also, the controller was completely different at this point. Now you had, went from 2 buttons, A and B, to 4 face buttons and 2 shoulder buttons. It's like there's so many things you can do. So yeah, it was a shock. It was just amazing. And like I said, that's coming from a kid in the 90s, just the first time I remember ever seeing it. It was different. It was new, and it was revolutionary, I do believe. I think they'd hit it out of the park. But CJ, what's your thoughts?
Let's just say they knew what they were doing here. This is a game holds a special place in my heart. This is one of the earliest games I can ever remember playing. One of the first consoles I was born to was an SNES in the great 2002. So a little behind the curve, obviously, but God, man, just I remember as a kid, even just like you guys said, it's vibrant. The colors pop. The coin sound is so iconic to me at the start. Going into that, I mean, it's perfect. It just really screams. It screams that Nintendo wanted it so much. It almost, you could tell how much Sega woke up the beast by making the Genesis, because they said, "Oh yeah, really," and they made Mario look fucking phenomenal. Like, in my opinion, this is the best looking Mario game that there is. Obviously, there are some that are more 3D and better looking now, but like when we're talking about game to game, this is the biggest jump. This game looks phenomenal. Sounds great. Movement, like you guys said, is phenomenal. Even when we first played the first Mario, just to get a little feel for how we were going to do this, unrecorded, it just felt so weird to play because I was so used to playing this growing up, and I'm just like, man, this just doesn't feel like what I thought it did. And it's because this game just does it so well. And especially being the first game to come out alongside this system and show really what they've upgraded, night and day difference from what was here before. I mean, great looks. But I don't want to spoil how I feel about the game, so.
Okay, I just don't get how we can spoil this. I mean, we pretty much gushed, jizzed in our pants at this point. But continue.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks so great. Like you guys said, the colors extra vibrant. The map setup was awesome. I love the way that they did it. I love that it wasn't just so straight line. You go left, and then up, and I mean, you curve up. You drop down. The variety in levels with the ghost levels, the water levels felt balanced. It didn't feel like there's too many of anything. The like floating sky kind of levels, the castles felt like they gave you a lot of them, but not too much of them. I like some of the mini castles, like at the end, you get the mini castle before the big castle. Like, this game just looked great. You got stuff going on, moving around in the background, and it looks 10 times better than it did in Mario 3. Like, I mean, this game looks great. And like you guys said, the movement is so much better than what came before it. Back me up, Aidan. I know you love the way this game looks.
Love the way the game looks. No, it does. The game does look great. Like I said before, I gave a spoiler, not really a spoiler, I kind of just told my opinion, but the jump in quality is crazy. You have the 16-bit now, isn't it, Larry? Jump from 18-bit to 16-bit. Those extra pixels.
16-bit.
Isn't that what it was? NES to SNES, or?
Yeah, but you said 18 to 16.
Oh, sorry. 8 to 16. Yeah, the jump is there. You can see those little pixels. And I don't know if this has to do with the bits, but the quality and the movement just feels so much better. The in-air movement is so nice. It plays movement-wise like a modern game, and I mean, dare I say, ahead of its time, even for a console upgrade. This game felt and looked amazing. The mobs was great. The character designs were great. Obviously iconic. All the designs, the map designs. I agree with what CJ CJ said, it doesn't feel like left and right, like scrolly. It gave it more depth. Like you can go, like in some places you can go under this bridge, you can go over the bridge, you can go upwards to a different, you can go left. It's like it definitely feels, it adds a layer of depth to how the game feels, and kind of reminds me of newer Marios, and it's kind of interesting to see where a lot of those newer Marios got the foundation for. And yeah, the game looked great. Obviously, not really a spoiler at this point. We kind of I think you guys know how we feel.
Larry, tell us, walk us through walking through that house and wondering why Mario looked so damn good.
In Mario, I think in Mario 2, they established, Mario's a little bit shorter than Luigi, a little pudgier. But the mustache was there, and all these things have started to really get definition. Super Mario Bros. 3, they gave him a little more cartoony look. His nose became rounder. He was extremely cute with the little tail thing. You get that little Japanese cuteness shit to happen. But you get to this one, and it's like the cuteness went up a level because the detail, the curves got smoother. And I mean, it's so amazing that you go through it. The bricks look smoother. They don't look so square. They got some rounded edges. This extra 16 bits, this extra 8 bits they had in there just gave the ability to graphically make it all look better, feel smoother, feel softer, which gave more vibrance to the whole game. I mean, yeah, we'll touch on the map, because I know that's the one thing I definitely wanted to look at a lot of, was that map. And man, that thing is ridiculous. Just the amount of worlds, but also the variety of it. It had that very familiar feel where, the mountains, the landscape had eyes. It was looking at you. They introduced a ghost house in this one. No, ghost house was in 3, wasn't it?
In 3, yeah,
I think
it was
so.
in
Yeah,
3. Pretty sure.
I think
Yeah,
I think it really got so.
shit.
I think in this one though, they really made it a solid its own thing. Like, oh, this thing's cool. We're going to run with this. And each one feels very unique. Each one's its own trial, just almost as much as every land is its own thing. So, it was really good with that. I'd almost say to some degree, like I've gone back and forth about it, but I think when I think of Mario, Super Mario World on a graphical appearance, this is what I think of. And even to some degree, like Aidan says, it makes him feel that he's looking at games that are in this. I think it's because this is the original predecessor to the modern games like Wii U, New Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers Wonder, all those newer ones we have now. There's flavors of this one, and graphically, I think it grows from this. We're gonna make a new Mario game. Let's go back and play this first. Let's go back and play Super Mario World.
Yeah,
and I think that's a great place to start, because it's creative, it's beautiful, it's luscious, it's all over the place. It's great.
Would you say this is the most iconic Mario game?
To me, I think it is. I mean, like I say, Mario, when he first came out, established video games as what we think of as video games. Mario 2 itself was weird. We should have, somewhere we've got that buried, I'm sure. But Mario 3 set a high bar for what the Nintendo can do, but they didn't have enough. And I think when they got to the Super Nintendo, they had the power they needed to make it happen. And the bar was reset. And I still think it's pretty much, I think this is the bar still, but graphically, I think it sets up the iconic look and feel of how a lot of it goes. But that's just one guy's opinion.
I agree. I want to say this might be the most iconic. I think Super Mario Bros. 3 has to be in the conversation just because it came before this. And VGR fans, if you check our previous video, we did a Super Mario Bros. 3, and I think for last season, I think it was our highest rated game. So obviously, just because we're saying Super Mario World is so good doesn't mean Super Mario Bros. 3 isn't also a great game and did also lay some of the steps for this game to be what it is now, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you see a lot of evolution in Mario to where the best things that work in last game are now going to be in this game, but even better. And then maybe they
Hmm.
sprinkle in a couple new things, and then if those take off, they do that to the next game too. Which I think the Wii one that Larry mentioned, I think is another big one that shaped like the ones on the Switch currently. But I think, like you guys both said, like looks wise, this one definitely paved the way. And hell, in my opinion, sound wise, like I mean, it really upped the game from the jump, like Larry said. Ka-ching, do 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 do. It just goes into it. I mean, it's great. The mobs all make different sounds. Like the variety of mobs and different sounds they make is insane. I think they had a bunch of nice audio cues. I get the death noise stuck in my head. Like they just had a perfect sound or jingle and everything for every single aspect of this game. Like the ghost towers or whatever, ghost castles. I mean, they gave you the ghost music. The underwater levels, it was perfectly underwater. When you're in Dinosaur Land in the beginning, it's way different than when you're in Bowser's territory after you go through the cave and stuff. Like, it really takes you through a story, not just visually, but sonically. The music evolves. You're gonna go fight with the Kooplings. It gets intense. You're gonna fight Big Boy Bowser. It gets crazy. Like, God, and I just cannot get the sound of him spin jumping out of my head. It's like a perfect sound to me. Like it could be every notification on my phone, I'd be fine with it. And I know Larry loves that spin sound just as much as me. Is what it comes down to.
I don't mind it. I still think about the spin. I remember figuring that out and wondering why. I mean, I know there's a couple of them you can spin and cause them to like I guess explode. I mean, because it's got that
Yeah.
beautiful sound when you hit them. It's like, bah! I mean,
Yeah,
let's make this son of a bitch blow up. Sound wise, you were mentioning something that made me think. In Dinosaur Island, I think you start the game at Yoshi's house. You go left towards the yellow brick place. The dinosaurs in there, do they make? Can't remember right off the top of my head. I almost want to stop and go back and look. Do they make like little roaring sounds? I think they do.
I think that I was gonna say I think so, but I can't remember off the top of my head now.
I don't know.
It's very subtle. And I think that's the only level really has those particular dinosaurs in them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let us know. But yeah, music wise, sound wise, they knocked it out of the park again. I can never think of the guy's name. Aidan, you're good at these Japanese names. What was the sound composer? Do you remember?
Oh,
He does all the
yeah,
Mario
he
games.
did previously. I gotta look it up. It's gonna kill me.
Okay, but I know he had to go and he had to program it because this is all new. So he had to go and make all those sounds, which then became iconic sounds throughout Super Nintendo's lifespan. But man, and I know I've seen this in other videos and all that, but I wasn't smart enough to pick it up playing the game early on. I can't unhear it now. We haven't mentioned him more than once yet, but when you get on Yoshi and the little drums start to kick in,
Mhm.
oh dude, it just makes you happy. It's like, oh shit, I'm riding a dinosaur. It's like shit, here we go.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing all the small details that they go through and they put into these. And with this here, the sound just made this a whole nother level of like, wow, you guys, you really love us, don't you, Nintendo? And then 40 years later, we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah, I mean, the sounds were iconic. Why I had such a nostalgic feeling, even though I did not have your guys' experience in this game, even the slightest, was because so much of these sounds carried into the newer games. I remember playing I think it's Super Mario World Wii Edition or something like that on the Wii. I don't know.
Super Mario Brothers.
New
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers. Why
Yeah.
it sounded so familiar is because all these sounds that I think it's Koji Kondo had in this game, they kept
there you go.
it and they transferred all the way up to such a modern game as from the Wii. So, I mean, like I said, the building blocks are definitely there for sure. And yeah, I agree. I love the sounds when you got on Yoshi. I don't know if you guys did this. Whenever you got a Yoshi, I just tried to keep him as long as possible before I
Oh yeah, for sure.
eventually. And also some levels where you have the egg and you break it and you don't immediately hop onto him. You can have that little baby Yoshi and you carry him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And like you can
oh, yeah.
carry him.
levels.
I love when that happens. And like
Yeah.
the water levels, it's nice as hell. You don't have to worry about fish and shit. But in other levels too, you just carry it and he just eats shit for you. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys feel bad when you lose Yoshi?
Yes,
yeah, I
I
do.
always have since I was a kid, dude. I always felt so bad.
I've had some of those spots where like, oh, I'm about to fall off the map. I have to jump off here. He just falls into the abyss. I just killed my friend because I was gonna die.
Yeah,
Yahoo!
sacrifice him for that. But I mean, I know so many times I will die chasing him. Like, no, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Yeah.
Jump in the hole after him, just hoping something good happened, kind of thing.
Yeah. I've been through several of
For
those
sure.
too. So
Yeah, and it's not just the
For
soundtrack
sure.
world to world, but the world to world, the soundtracks are unique. They're different. Just the sound depth to this game is crazy. Whether you're picking up a coin, whether you kill a mob, whether you pick up a mob, whether you like kill a mob for good with a shell, like each individual unique sound is so good. And I don't know, just the sound design for this game is otherworldly. To me personally, I mean, this is a no-brainer, but it blows all the NES games sound design wise out of the water that we've played, just because of how, I don't know if it's just the iconicness of it and just how much nostalgia I'm remembering from the sounds, but like even like is the first world the dinosaur world? I don't have the names for it. Like even like the sound of like that world is so iconic. It's like you hear it today. Like I'll hear it in TikToks. Like I'll hear it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to like to play the game from where it comes from and you see its origin. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I left out, I think, is the tempo on different levels also was insane. Like the sky level when you're like jumping platform to platform on the wires, that music is going. It is upbeat. And I mean it is going. And then like the castle where it slows down, you're a little more cautious. Like I think they played into that perfect too. I mean really perfect.
oh yeah, because I tend to a lot of games. Being a dad who doesn't get a chance opportunity to play until late in the night, you don't always get to play with volume. So when we first started this after the draft, the first couple nights I didn't get to play it with audio. So I got through like most of the world on. It's like I know, I get the ding and it starts and I was like, oh shit, I got to turn it down. But yeah, when I had the opportunity to go through the weekend and play it, it's like, I was like, what am I doing to myself? But then on the same token, like you say, the tempo changes in a lot of it. It's like intensity disintensified. And it's just like, whoa, wait a second, hold up. Why is this like so intense now? I've been playing this damn castle for like the last week, but
you ain't wrong, dude. I will say, with all great things, there are certain gripes I do have with Super Mario World. It is a great game, but I will say, one thing that's been a common gripe, I think, in every Mario game I've played, is I feel like I would like a little more variety in difficulty in boss fights on the Koopalings. I feel like they start to kind of run into each other. Like, I can't really dictate the difference in any of them right now off the top of my head. That kind of always knocks it down for me. I'm not obviously great at games, but I think a lot of the challenge here was like the puzzles and stuff throughout regular levels and like the extra stuff, which I definitely appreciate. But at least boss wise, intensity could have been a little more, or at least progressing in that way. Outside of that, though, there was just maybe a couple mobs that really pissed me off. I've never been a fan of dolphins in Mario. I just haven't. The one level, you drop down through a pipe, you have Yoshi, and it's just a million fucking dolphins come at you with the quillfish under, and you have to just keep jumping. I hate it. Like, I just never have liked dolphins. I always think they're out of place. And I have a love-hate relationship with the lava dragon, I'm gonna call it. The thing that just sits in the lava, pops its head up, and then jumps at you. I kind of have a love-hate, not my favorite mob. Other than that, though, I really don't think I have too much negative to say about this game. Like, really at all. I mean, yeah, I can't think of anything bad. I mean, Larry, you got the most experience, so you've had to found something worse than that in all these years on it.
I'm kind of with you. I mean, don't be wrong. The Koopaling thing, I think, is mostly what I agree with. Wendy is like the only one for some reason who just seems like she's different. I don't know, because she's a girl, but she throws like the big donuts at you, and like, I think it's what it is. She gets multiple ones that'll bounce, so I think that's where the one difference really fills in. But other than that, yeah, they their personalities don't reflect enough of their board. So I agree with you on that side of it. I like the ghost house, but I also think those kind of get a little ridiculous at points. The big ass boo is cool until he's in your way. It's just like, so it's just, I guess that's a nitpick to some degree, but it's hard to find a lot of things in this that I don't like really. Like I say, I think through it. I can't think of anything I really just grinds my gears, if you will. But,
yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I'm struggling to find something that I'm really like, oh, I did not like this about this game. I mean, like CJ talked about the lava dragon, CJ with the lava dragon, Larry with the mega boo, and even these aren't like bad. These are just intentional game designs that get annoying because of their sporadicness and difficulty. I wouldn't even say that's any type of error or anything bad with the game. It really seems like we're grasping for straws here to find something bad. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I had some things that I found annoying. My only thing that like with the actual that's an intended game design, and I could literally just be doing something wrong. But when I have like what's the feather power up called? There's probably a name for it.
The cape.
Yeah, the cape power up.
Yeah,
with the little feather. That's my favorite power up. I think that's the best power up, obviously, for me. Bro. But I hate it when I have a cape power up and I have a cape power up in my little box above, and like I accidentally run into a mushroom and it like replaces it.
Very good point.
And I don't know if that's intentional or I'm doing something wrong, but that's the only thing, a gripe with the actual game that I can think of.
Agreed, though. I do agree.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, it is fucked up that it's. I don't know. Like on the power scale, mushrooms your first one. I'd say fire just your second one, and then the feather being your third one. You shouldn't get a downgraded one.
Yes.
If you take it.
Agreed.
I mean, so yeah. Kudos to you. I think that's the one thing I think that definitely all of us could say like that's bullshit. And I'm just gonna throw this out here because I did think about one other thing, but I think it's collectively something I've always hated about Mario. It's auto scrolling levels. I cannot stand an auto scrolling level. Never have and never will. It's like, let me take my own pace. Don't force me to have to try to stay on your pace.
Yeah, I hate it. You guys just get caught up dying at the beginning of them because you're too far ahead and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
I'm definitely one of those people that
I agree.
I speed run through levels. And
same. I unintentionally speed run.
Yeah.
Well, that's. But I think that's part of the way it was built. I mean, that's even like the whole lore of Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan was supposed to be. Oh, you ran through the original one so fast. Here's a really hard one, and it was built off of speed running, really.
And I think it's
fair enough.
I will touch on that. Like it is. I think it could be intentional. I mean, you even have the little timer, like that wants you not to dilly dally. Like you got a timer, you got to hurry up. Like even though I never really find myself having to worry about the timer because I do speed run, but yeah, they definitely.
Sometimes the ghost castles get me, buddy. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I think that's
gonna be real.
About the only one.
I will say, there's a lot to love about this game, and I don't want to write a novel about it necessarily, but give you a little audio novel on it. I mean, I love this game. Like we've said, the colors, the sounds, like how much more can we say about them? They're great. One thing I forgot to mention that's just such a great detail is the storytelling they put in it after you beat castles and stuff. Phenomenal. A little cutscene, little paragraph, like phenomenal. I don't know why, but the idea of a game that has save states in it, but when you get to the end, you have to go push the restart up after you beat the game. What a touch. What a cherry on fucking top. I mean, that is nice. Like, you can't just skip through it like you can a modern game. It's like, wow, I beat it. Like, you have to go physically reset your shit. I mean, God, just the design, the sound, Yoshi himself. I think Luigi looks really good in this game. I remember back in the day playing multiplayer on it. I mean, the little celebration at the end, the secrets, like the hidden yellow and green or whatever blocks, just the multiple exits to get at levels, figuring out the pipes, figuring out the stars. I mean, there's so much here. Like, there's so much that they fit onto this to perfectly released the SNES. Like, think about what this did for Nintendo, at least for a little while longer. You know what I mean? Like this, the Sega Genesis was just pummeling them, you know, pounding their cheeks, and they said, "Watch this, hold my beer." And here is the superest version of Mario. And they didn't just call it Super Mario Brothers 4 like they could have. I know it referred to that in Japan, but it's still at the beginning of that title is Super Mario World, which I feel like they really created the world of Super Mario with this game. They didn't just have Mario walking through different plates, like they created the world, they gave it dimension and depth, and I just love it so much. I could keep going for days, so I don't want to go on for too long. Aidan, shorten us up. I'm sure yours is shorter with your less experience playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, to touch on what you said, the depth of this game is just insane. How much more content they added to the previous Mario, and just how much secrets there is. I was just looking through, like, I was watching the soundtracks, and then it popped up on my feed, like, it said, like, top 10 secret passageways and levels on Mario. I'm like, what? There's 10 of these. I was like, and this is just the top 10. Like, there's more than 10. It's like, this game just has so much to offer. It's, I don't know. It's just, it's something that scratches the video game itch like no other. I mean, I think this is a game that I think we all beat. This might be the first time we all collectively beat the game that we played for the week.
Did you beat Gargoyle's Quest?
No, I didn't.
There we go. Yeah, this is definitely the first.
This is definitely the first game that we've all beat, and I mean that pretty much tells how great this game is. And I'll probably play it more this week. I mean, it's just something to do at work that I'll just like mindlessly I'll play some Mario because it's so fun. And the upgrade from the NES to the SNES, the colors, the soundtrack, the board designs. I didn't even talk about the board designs, how good they are, and it's like even the subtle little quality design you don't notice, like when you're in the background there's like a background design for each level that you don't notice. It's just quality. It just shows the quality of the game, and this is the best quality Mario up to this point, no doubt. And like Larry said previously in the video, this could be a bar. This might be the bar. It could be the best Mario game. It could be the Mario bar. It's just so iconic. The foundations for all the Marios in the future. This game's just great. I know Larry's gonna agree just as much here.
I don't have much room to leave anything. I mean, it's what can you say that has been said today? Beauty, sound, so much imagination, so much, I think, dedication and love. Like I say, they can't think of his name. Miyamoto-san just put everything he loved into it, and it shows. I mean, like I say, just the small details, the little things to it. There's so much you can play and go through it. I know he took a small break in there and came back and knocked this out, but it's just like, yeah, you wanted to launch a system. This is how you do it, and they did it hard. I mean, they just went right at it. So I can't explain anything more. I can't say anything more. So I'm just going to at least kind of throw a little bit of a curveball into this. I'm going to ask you guys after I tell you what my answer is. I think the Forest of Illusion is my personal favorite level, world, land. Just because it pisses me off, because if you don't find the right way, you get stuck in a loop.
Yeah.
So you've got to find a particular world.
Mm-hmm.
For those who may or may not know, in Super Mario World, you go through each level and it'll give you a little dot. The little dot is to give you a kind of a hint that a yellow dot means there's only one way to beat this level. A red dot means there's more than one way to beat this level. And it's, it could be one or two ways. It could be 3 or 4. I'm looking at the map right now, and I'm seeing some of them got 3, maybe 4 ways out of the level.
Yep.
Which then creates you to a different path, different world. But the Force of Illusion, like I say, it will cause a loop. If you don't find the right exit, you just get stuck going into a circle around in the forest, which takes you to one of the harder freaking ghost houses in there. So,
True that.
So to spit it out on that idea, I guess my favorite level, favorite one is the Force Illusion. CJ, you got a favorite?
Oh yeah, dude, the Valley of Bowser is so cool to me. Like, I mean, you go in underwater through like this cove, just to find out, holy shit, this is where dude's been lurking. I mean, the music kicks in. It's all dark and scary, like you're in a. Like it's scarier than the Vanilla Dome cave. Like Vanilla Dome cave got sparkles and sprinkles and good little ghost noises. No, Valley of Bowser is intimidating. You got the fire jumping around in the back of the castle. I mean, it looks crazy.
Quick question, since you brought that up, I forgot. Like, I'm looking at the map I got here again. It is like in a little cave in the water and all that. How the hell is there thunder and lightning in that damn place?
That is a great question, actually. Very good question, and only there.
Yeah,
Let's just say
I mean,
Bowser's special effects budget with that sign on his thing. It was all part of it, you know. Like,
today only at the Bowser Castle, tomorrow at the casino.
yeah.
You know what?
How about
Other
you, Ed?
stupid little thing, which is I found so stupid not knowing when I first played it. I did not know that where you jumped on a little like finish line thing where it mattered. I was always just running into it. I didn't know where like if you jump into the flag, you get bonus stars and like you could play a little bonus mini game. I didn't know that. I think I actually did the same thing for the previous Mario game. I just did not know. And I think
Wow.
also for when we first played Kirby on the NES, I didn't know at the end it mattered like where you held the button where you get launched up in the air. It reminds me of
yeah.
that
Do
too.
you recall that? Do you recall that? Did you have a favorite level, A? Is there one of yours that you would say is your favorite?
I gotta say, I don't have a map in front of me, but the Bowser level, the
Valley
final
of
Bowser
Bowser.
level, yeah, that
Okay.
one. Yeah, I'm just copying CJ here, but no, the level's badass. Sorry, CJ. And I just like the Bowser level, and I like the Bowser boss fight too. It's definitely the most difficult boss fight in the game. Not particularly that it's on the level of Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania level in boss fight, but it is
No.
a more difficult one for the whole Mario world.
Agreed. Aiden, tee me off. Keep going. Tee me off with your final thoughts. I'm listening. I'm just out of frame. I'm listening.
Final thoughts. I mean, this game's great. I mean, it says a lot that we all beat this game, and would I recommend this game? I mean, have you been listening the whole time? Of course, we recommend this game. It's one of the greatest Mario games and one of the biggest franchises ever. What can we say? Of course, play this game. We are all going to play this game again. What can I say more than the game's great? Play it. I recommend it.
Dude. Agreed.
I'm with
I
you,
play this
dude.
game every day.
I go through spells of it. I think at least I for this I had to come back and delete a save game so I could play one new one to get into it. And I think about once or twice a year. I will admit I have to. I don't say I have to, but I go back and play it on my Switch right now just because it's easier to do that. But it's so good that you just when you think of a platform, you think of Mario. It's accessible. It's easy. Hell, you own anything Nintendo's made since Super Nintendo. This is on it somewhere. So I mean, you have options. And I'll admit, and I know you guys have probably seen me and got tired of it. And I'm going to put it up on my channel, if not VGR, at some point. I've got to get it recorded. I've found a path for speedrunning. I don't know what the world record is, but my personal best at this point, 18:47, I think is what I said to you guys.
Yeah.
I sub 20, man. That's fucking awesome. And
That's
yes,
crazy.
I know you cut out through a lot of it, but I originally read on. I think when I originally read it, somewhere it said the world record was almost like under 5 minutes. Which playing through it, I'm like, I don't see how the hell that's possible. Even
Yeah, I don't get it.
if you start from the second that you're able to, you start moving Mario, which you'll give that little banner at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
he walks up on the dinosaur island, start your timer there. And I'm like, I don't know, but also I've found reading through it today, trying to find that video to see what I want to see how they did it. Then I started finding that there's just a bunch of glitch ways. Like you can actually beat this in like a minute and 10 seconds, but you force a glitch to happen. And I'm like, that's
Yeah, I think they have.
no, I don't want that.
I think there's actually a category of speedrun called glitchless. Glitchless any percent speedrun where it's no glitches, but
Okay.
I think that's a major category. But it's probably someone in Japan that just beat this in 5 minutes, like glitchless. I'm like, how do you find that? How is that even possible? I beat like 2 levels in 5 minutes, let alone the game.
Yeah. Right.
The best I could do in 5 minutes is beat World 1.
Yeah.
And it
that's
takes
what I was
about
to
5
say.
minutes to
That
do
makes
that.
sense.
But then once you start getting through the breaks of it all, it's just like son of a bitch because you got that little spot where that whole you beat the castle. So that's got to show Mario blowing up the castle and all that stuff. How do you get that down? How do you get that? You can't skip it. You can't move on it. So I don't know, but yeah. Sum it up real quick here. I got lost on a tangent. Love Mario, Super Mario World, great game. Will I play it again? Yes. Do you need to play it? Yes. Play it however you can play it.
That's perfect, dude. You guys knocked it out of the park. This is one of my top 5 games of all time to me as a person. This is easily a comfort game. Like Aidan said, really easy to pick up at work, really easy to this is my comfort game. Me and my dad used to play this all the time. We'd make little just flavorless cakes and food color them. I mean, dude, this game holds memories to me. Like, I love this game. I think it's the best Mario it's ever been. I think it set the bar. I think Yoshi's awesome. I think, what more can I say? Like, this game's just so great. Obviously, I think everybody should play this game. If you like Mario or even just platformers and somehow haven't played Mario, play this game. I think you can get people age 6, 5 to like 70 to play this game, and they'd all at least come out with some bit of enjoyment on it. I mean, it's great. Everybody should play it. I'm going to play it again. This definitely isn't my first, second, or third time playing it, so I will definitely be back. This game's amazing. That being said, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off, dude. I'm going to give it a number. I got it. This is a 10, dude. This is a 10. I'm not even going to bullshit you. I'm not going to say any other words. This is a 10. This is the best game on a Nintendo console ever. So, it's a 10.
That is a strong statement. I think that's the second VGR 10 ever given behind the NES. Is it Zinc? Or not Zinc. Zelda. I was mixing Zelda and Link. Zelda, which one is the
Legend
NES?
of Zelda, yeah.
Legend of Zelda. I think that's
Legend
the second ever 10 that we've given. Him and Zinc. Zinc and Mario. Both 10s. I don't think I'm ready there for the strong 100% 10. But I will, one of the greatest games of all time, I think I'm going to put a 9.6 right there. Still extremely high. Extremely high game for me. I mean, the only 10, obviously, is Elden Ring, so I can't have something better than that. Larry, what do you got on this rating?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm with you. I hear you, CJ, on that, but I mean, I don't know. I'm in there too. I don't know if I'm fighting you on it or just fighting myself on it. I know for a personal fact that there's something in this I enjoy more that plays more than this. So I was gonna go 9.5. I'll match Aidan on his 9.6 because it's pretty damn close to being almost like they almost could have got away with. Here's my Super Nintendo. Here's Super Mario Brothers. Just send us your money. We're done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And they'd probably still be here today with this. So, but the 9.6, and that's fair. That's fair for this game all day.
Oh, buddy. What did I do to start the season off right? I just set the highest scored game average
You can't take
in our VGR hit. It's a 9.7, buddy. I got the number 1 pick through grit and determination after crushing it last season. I got the number 1 pick in the draft lottery, and I picked a 9.7, which is 0.5 higher than our second highest game that, let me see, who picked that? Oh, Super Mario World 3 by yours truly. So therefore, I know best. Aidan, not trying to throw you under the bus here, but you did give Super Mario World 3 a 9.8. What's going on, Mr. Inconsistent? But this game is flawless. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats this game.
I did not have my knowledge for this game yet. I did not think I'd play this game yet. So I was going off recency bias a little bit there. I do think this game is better. But this is also, guys, the NES scale compared to the SNES scale is going to be a little different for me personally. For instance, if I gave an NES game a 9, that doesn't mean it's a 9 compared to all modern games in existence. You know what I'm saying? There's a little difference from console to console. I'm just pointing that out. Just say if our scores seem a little inconsistent, like just notice we're comparing different console, comparing different time periods. There's gonna be a little different. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, understood. It is the best
It's
game.
all good. The only problem in this, I think, is that we're going to run into is, like I say, this is a high bar. So we can't. I don't know if we're going to be able to overcome it until maybe about week 3, but around 3. But still, it is, and I mean that honestly when I said it. Having the ability to look through the past, Nintendo, they kind of hurt themselves with this. I mean, it was a goddamn good game that they put out, and it's just like it's hard to follow up. Like even to the point, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it or played it, but there's a Super Mario World 2, and
know about
that
it,
itself.
but I think I owned it, but
well, that's a whole different bag of what the fuck was that about.
Yeah, it's fair.
May see it one day. Who knows? But this is still just it's a great game. I think that they came out swinging, came out just fucking throwing Mike Tyson haymakers, dude, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's phenomenal. They started great before they let even Mike Tyson throw haymakers on the SNES. They came out first with the haymakers. So I mean, it's awesome. I will say I do have to plug something in here. I'm pretty excited. Time for the KQOW, the Kanye quote of the week, from a song called Feedback. And this is probably how Nintendo was feeling coming up into the scene with this SNES and Super Mario World. Hey, you heard about the good news? Heard y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze? Wake up. Sega, wake up. About to get this paper. And that is what Nintendo did when they put out Super Mario World. Crushed the scene. Larry, tee us off here. Where can you find us?
All right. Well, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify if you want an extended version. Either way, wherever you find us, like, share, follow us. We're on the Instagrams, we're on the TikToks, we're on the Facebooks. Again, we want to hear from you. Send us an email, vgrpod@gmail.com. We'll be happy to reply. Hell, we may even read it on air. Who knows? Send it to us. We're here to do some shit and play some video games. And I just want to hear from you guys on it. Easy now. We're going to get sued by the mouse and keep that shit up. Watch the video if you want to know what we're talking about. But like I say, I don't know. I'm not used to this. I guess I'm going to grab this up and follow along too. I got next week. I got the pick coming. It's a little game called UN Squadron, based off a manga. I can't read Japanese, but that's all right. I think it's a pretty kick-ass game. We're going to find out more next time.
Uh-huh.
Anything else you guys got?
I don't
Yoshi
think so.
time. Beat the bar.
No. I ain't gonna beat the bar, but I promise you we're gonna have a good time. Still the best quote ever.
Yoshi.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Tune in for that. Peace.